Alright, here we are with the first test of the selfie stick. We're here at Falls Cape State Park in Virginia Beach today, hiking, as you can see. I'm here with Jason and Bob. And we're going to give this trail a try. We've never been on it. Looking at about 4 miles to the first stop that we're going to be making. We're going to eat some lunch, turn around, and head back. So stick with us today. Hope you enjoy the adventure.
It's in the grass now.
That's why we need to fashion a large coffee can and say it's our backpacking stove, but large enough to put some sticks in it and you can sit around it.
That's got to be a really big
But the amount of wood that we normally accumulate,
That is true. It would melt the can.
it would incinerate.
We're about 2 miles in, folks. We're hoping that this trail is leading into some tree coverage. The sun is beating down. We came across a baby snake. See the picture? I'll edit that in later.
Click here to see it.
Click here to see the snake. Seeing a lot of turtles in this little waterway over here. I thought about bringing the Keens. I just didn't want to get in a situation where...
So I just worked.
Alright, here we are. Taking a special trail down to a killer spot that we just saw. I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see what we see. Alright, now this is looking a little bit nicer. A little bit of the shade. Bob's up there leading the way. Here's some of the landscape we're seeing. We're on some sort of a fire red right now. Not a lot of sun protection. It's a little warm. We're rocking at about high 70s, low 80s right now. We usually get to have one more backpacking trip where we actually go overnighting, which we had to miss this year because of COVID-19. Jason, how do you feel about that?
Devastated. It's devastated.
You heard it right here, folks. Devastation.
We always have to have a story.
All right, we're at the junction of where we're deciding to turn.
We're at the crossroads.
Falls Cape State Park, we can go this way or this way. Worth noting, if you look in the distance, we keep hearing distant sounds of thunder over there. So either way, it's going to be an eventful walk back. Stay tuned. So I don't care what. Check out down this trail. It goes right to the open water. We're starting to see some of the camp spots. These are the backwater ones. Oh, there's somebody camping. Very cool. So I wonder if you kayak here, if this is where you enter. I had to bring us back because we're going into the trees. Finally some shade. Here's a little break spot we came across. Not bad, a little tree. Bridge to get there. Bench to sit and hang out there. We keep coming across these little holes that have like things that look like crabs. Oh, here we go.
Definitely another.
We thought it was crab legs,
So those are the holes I've been seeing on the side of the.
Yeah.
but it's what we're finding out from Jason is snake eggs. So we have a lot of hatched little snake friends to look out for. We're getting to the opening of the bay. Oh, we have the privies right there. Pit toilets. Not too shabby. So are those camp spots too? Okay, we're at the back bay. Camp spots. You can hike in, bike in, or even kayak in to these spots. Pretty cool. As you can see, picnic tables. We got some hooks for hanging bags. A little bit muddy. Not a lot of hammocking options here. But what you don't get in hammock options, you make up for in view. Check that out. We're about 4 miles in. 4 miles to get here, about an hour and what, 45 minutes, Bob?
Hour 25.
Hour and 25 minutes to walk 4 miles. Not too bad. Barber Hill. Looks like that storm is maybe not moving this way too fast. Check out these little like mangroves of trees in here. That was an interesting noise. You heard it here. If you like, click subscribe below. Stopping for lunch at the Falls Cape Visitor Center. We're out here at a picnic table in the woods, right next to this little swamp area. You can see the visitor center right there.
Let's see what happens.
I'm going with the ramen noodle soup. Jason's going with some lasagna. Mountain House. And Bob has some sort of a creation that he's not even sure of what it is. Ramen miso soup. We also have the ham and cheese wrap as a backup here. I'll be eating both. I think he just went and scooped that up from the pond over there. It's right there. Right, Bob's gonna try his creation.
We'll see how it goes. Doesn't look like. Nope.
Not good?
No.
All right. Well, at least with everything we do, we learn something.
Awesome. Pack it away.
We're all packed up.
Leave no trace.
Leave no trace.
It's time to loop it around. We're gonna head back on the East Ditch Trail now. Hopefully we'll get some ocean shots. And we'll go from there. We'll check back in from the trail. These are the campsites along the beach. Pretty cool. You're just not allowed to have fires. Here's where the trail hits the beach. Pretty cool. And here it is, folks. The shore. Tell you what, this is the way to enjoy the beach. No people. All right, we're hiking along the beach. We're watching this deep sea fisher guy up here. Looks like he might have something. He keeps backing up and then reeling and coming up and then backing up.
They're going around. It looked like they were going to.
This is getting bad.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Still the ocean.
It's heavy too. Like that.
I don't know how it happened, poor guy. That is enormous. All right, we're finishing up our track. The total distance, Bob?
9.58 so far.
9.58 miles. We're coming back. Here's the cars. It was a good hike today. Saw a lot of nature, a lot of wildlife. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, I found the most interesting sight on the end of my hike that I had to follow you up with and show you. It's my family. They were at the beach right down the street from where I parked, so guess where I came?